reminded themselves daily of the reality they were focused upon.
Oh!
Their minds were...
Hey, didn't see you there! I was just cleansing my crystals and listening to my audiobook. I think it's time for a video about books. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leo Alexandra. Welcome to the Baby Elephant community. On this channel, we talk about self-development, law of attraction, spirituality, and just about anything that makes us our greatest version. Okay, so I've been asked for this video so often and I keep saying, yes, I'm gonna do it, and I kept putting it off because I do have a list of my most recommended books on my blog, and I do have an Amazon influencer list where I put all my book recommendations. However, a lot of you guys have been asking for a video about it, so this is the thing. What I'm not going to do is make a comprehensive video of all my favorite books because that's just going to take way too long. I have too many favorite books, and also the list changes so often. So what I want to do is I want to make consistent videos about books that I'm reading, books that I like, and books that have just shaped me and helped me throughout my spiritual journey. I hope you guys will like that. I just want you to understand that this is in no way a comprehensive list of all of my favorite books. I don't even have any Abraham Hicks books in this list, okay? So this is just going to be 5 books that have changed my spiritual path and my spiritual journey, that have shaped it, informed it, and really helped me in my own journey. And then the audiobooks that I'm listening to right now. And the reason why I want to share with you guys what audiobooks I'm listening to is because I finally got that beautiful Audible sponsorship, which is so great for me because when I get to talk to you guys about something that I genuinely use every single day and that I love and appreciate so much and I'm so grateful for, when that company wants to sponsor a video for me, like, that's a really big deal to me. I'm not seeing my cute background. We're still working on the backdrop, guys. We're gonna figure it out. But I'm kind of feeling this. We kind of need a Himalayan salt lamp over there, and I feel like we're good. Maybe some artwork. So this video is sponsored by Audible. I use Audible every day. I'm going to tell you guys some of the books I'm listening to right now. And the reason why I'm doing this in December is because I thought that if you guys are anything like me, you would love to receive an Audible membership for the holidays, or to gift somebody an Audible membership for the holidays. So right now, for a limited time, they're offering such a good promotion. They're giving you 3 months for $6.95 a month, which is more than half the price that it regularly is. So you can have those 3 months and just listen to all these books. I love to listen to audiobooks while I'm doing other things because yes, I give myself time almost every day to sit down and read, but while I'm sitting in traffic in Los Angeles, there's so much traffic, while I'm folding laundry, while I'm doing dishes, while I'm cleaning the house, while I'm working out, I like to listen to audiobooks that will improve me and help me and just expand my consciousness and awareness. So I think the audiobooks are so crucial. And they're just really a good part of a spiritual practice and a good way to refine your intellect when you don't really have that much time. Whenever I'm lacking inspiration, I'll go on a long walk and listen to a good audiobook. So let me tell you about the books that I'm listening to right now. What I was just listening to in the intro is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So I have read this book before. It's absolutely phenomenal. It says how to lose your mind and create a new one. And it's basically about rewiring your brain to think better and to allow you to manifest better. Within this book, Dr. Joe Dispenza shares a lot of his own success stories about how he's raised his children to manifest for themselves, and I think it's so powerful, it's so crucial. So I highly recommend it. It's a super easy, interesting listen. Highly recommend that. I'm also listening to The Mastery of Love, a practical guide to the art of relationships. Really super easy read. I think it's a 2-hour, it's less than 3 hours to listen to the whole book. It is what inspired me to do the Love Mastery program. There's a lot of good information in there, a lot of good stories. Miguel Ruiz is a genius. Highly recommend listening to that. It's just a fun, entertaining, and super educational read or listen. I'm also listening to 21 Lessons for the 21st Century by Yuval Noah Harari. Now, I don't necessarily agree with all of what this book says, but I do think that there is benefit to exposing yourself to different types of materials and to seeing the other side of the spectrum of things that you normally believe in. I don't want to ever become closed-minded. I want to be as open-minded, open-hearted, and have as open of an energy as possible. So consuming things that I may not agree with but that will open and expand my consciousness, I see benefit to that as well. I am listening to, it's always nice to refresh my memory, so I'm listening to The Vortex, The Law of Attraction, The Basics of Abraham, and Money and the Law of Attraction, all by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Those are Abraham. And those are just some of the ones that I'm currently listening to. There's also You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I don't know if I said that right. The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And there's just a bunch of, they have such an expansive library of audiobooks. You can find whatever you're looking for over there. So if you're interested in giving yourself or somebody else the gift of listening, go to audible.com/Lior or text Lior to 500-500 to get that $6.95 a month membership. It's a great deal. And I will also list below what books I'm listening to. Now that we know what audiobooks I'm listening to, let's get on to my physical books. I'm not even showing my Kindle today. My Kindle has I have a huge Kindle library. I have a ton of physical books here and at my mom's house, but we're gonna just do these 5 today, okay? So let's start with Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This was one of the most important parts of my spiritual journey. Because yes, this is about making money and career success, but it also just shows you how the universe works in such a concise and succinct way. It introduces the concept of the mastermind, and it just, honestly, within the first few pages of Think and Grow Rich, you will have your consciousness expanded. Through the stories that Napoleon Hill shares, you will just believe again. And this is a really good book. I found this to be a very good book for men who are not so open to the concept of the law of attraction and metaphysics and stuff like that. This is a really good introduction to it. So good time for the holidays as well. And it also is available on Audible. Another one of my classics. This was written, I believe, or published in 1925. It's The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. I talk about this a lot in my earlier videos. Florence Scovel Shinn taught me basically acting as if. This tiny little book so easily explains how to act as if through telling people stories of how they acted as if to manifest. Doesn't really use the words manifest, doesn't use law of attraction or anything like that. And it's I believe a Christian book, but I found a lot of value in this reading, a lot of value, and it's so short. It's like less than 100 pages. And it's just one of my favorite books, and it's really shaped my journey. It's taught me, you know, the stories that we tell ourselves are very important. Everything that we do in our life has meaning in it, and we give it meaning, and it manifests into our reality. And this book describes that, explains that through very good stories. So I highly recommend it. Next one is Mind to Matter by Dawson Church, and it has a foreword by Dr. Joe Dispenza. This is literally, as Jack Canfield, who's the author of the next book that I'm going to tell you about, as Jack Canfield says, it's the secret meets the scientist. So he's kind of trying to talk to the left side of our brain to show us how the universe works, and it's kind of showing everything that the right side of our brain already knows, but rationalizing it. There's a lot of success stories in this as well, everything from curing cancer to like finding his keys at the bottom of the ocean, all through the mind, and just how to it says the astonishing science of how your brain creates material reality. Very, very good book. Highly recommend. Also available on Audible, I believe. And like I was saying, this book you might be surprised to find it on my list. It's Chicken Soup for the Soul. We all have heard of Chicken Soup for the Soul, I think, at least in America. This one is Think Positive, 101 inspirational stories about counting your blessings and having a positive attitude. My mom bought this for me for like my 16th birthday or something like that. She knows me very well. It was very on point. It's just a bunch of stories of people going through hard times, really difficult situations, and finding the light at the end of the tunnel through being positive and grateful. And every single time they learn something and they grow from it and they improve their life. And this is such a vibration raising book. Whenever I feel down, I'll pull up a short story. They're like 2 to 3 pages a story, and it just raises your vibration. It makes you remember what is possible in this world. So highly recommend Chicken Soup for the soul. And then the last one is a little bit different from the rest of these. I think that all these were kind of self-development, personal development based. This one is more a philosophy, a spirituality, a religion. It's about Taoism. This is the Tao of Pooh. And I haven't really seen this in anybody's book recommendations, and it's one of the books that has shaped who I am as a person, my spiritual journey, my life, my journey in life in general, who I am as a person, like overall. And this just explains the concepts and the philosophy of Taoism through this interaction with Winnie the Pooh, the character. And it kind of just brings you back to basics and makes you remember what's important in life, and to kind of laugh at the silliness of life and not to take things so seriously. Taoism is a very interesting philosophy because it just takes life so not seriously, so lightly, and it's such a beautiful way to live. I have a special place in my heart for Taoism. I studied it for many years, and I think I have to go back to it. I'm rereading this right now. If you are interested in the concepts of Taoism and of just living a more simple, less material life, this is what's going to help you get there. The second book is Tef Piglet, and it continues to just go into the Taoism and explain it through this children's book, so it's really awesome. Those are some of my favorite books. Those have completely shaped who I am as a person for the better, definitely for the better. So I highly recommend them. I'll list them below for you. I'm sure that most of these you can also hear as an audiobook if you don't have time to sit down and read, but you do have some time when you're cleaning or cooking or doing anything to just multitask and kind of just get that intellectual stimulation. I feel like listening to an audiobook and reading fills up my soul and really satisfies me, because I have that intellectual need. So I'm sure that many of you are the same way. If you guys have any audiobooks that you're listening to right now that you want to recommend, like I said, this isn't a comprehensive list, and if you guys give this video a thumbs up and I see that you like it, I'll make more videos about books. Right now, I do want to let you know I'm reading the book The Ancient Secret of the Flower of Life. I always wanted to do some sort of like book club with you guys. That's been one of my goals since the beginning of this channel, and I haven't really been able to figure out a good way to do that. So I'm just letting you know that's the book I'm reading right now. If you want to get into that, I'll list it below as well. If you want to get into that book, read it, and then by the time that I do this book review kind of video again, we can talk about that one and we can discuss it in the comments. So yeah, please, if you have any book recommendations, I know that people scrolling through the comments are really going to benefit from it, so let us know. And thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was helpful, and until my next video, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.